Welcome to Combat City. We're going to take a few minutes to go over the procedures when you get here, the gear you're going to be issued, and most important, some safety aspects while you're here at the field. BBs are always flying, so we're going to have some gear flying our way while we go through this video. Keep your eyes open.
All right.
All right, first thing you're going to be issued is a full face mask. This comes with all the rentals. Next, you'll be given a high capacity magazine. It holds approximately 350 BBs, and Christy is going to show you how it works with these.
The only thing you can use in our rental guns are these Elite Force BBs sold at the front desk. In your weapon, you can use whatever you want.
With the high capacity magazine, there's really only two things you need to know. The trapdoor on top and the winding wheel on the bottom. Just pour your BBs in. And then you'll have to wind the magazine. Close the door and wind the magazine. All right, so after you load the magazine, you're done with your BBs. Close the trap door and wind it up. There's no way to tell you how much to wind the mag. It's give and take. You wind a little, shoot a little. So if you hold this, we have another thing incoming. Next, you'll go to the rental rack and you'll grab your rifle. There's several things that we need to talk about with the rifle. One, muzzle awareness. Don't point the end of the gun at anything you don't intend to shoot. Don't point it at your friends. Don't look down the barrel, most important, okay? Finger will always be off the trigger and the weapon will be on safe. You'll see on the back it says safe and fire. Keep it on safe until you're actually inside the arena and you're shooting at your other combatants. Finger off the trigger. When you look, there's a magazine release right here. You're going to take your magazine that you wound up, you're going to insert it in the weapon, wind it one or two more times, and when the referees say go, weapon off safe and you're ready to shoot. When you need to take the magazine out to reload, push the button. You might drop a couple of BBs on the ground, that's normal. And now you have your magazine and you could reload it. So now we'll get rid of this stuff and we'll move on to something else. All right, several of you are going to bring your own weapon. If you bring a pistol, pistol stays in the holster. Don't point it around. Don't wave the gun at anybody. To get your magazine, leave the gun in the holster, take the magazine out, and load it up the same way. If you bring your own guns and you're using your own ammo, there's going to be one thing you have to do, one of the most important things before you get to shoot. We're going to chronograph your weapon. This is going to tell us the feet per second. We have a 400 FPS limit in this place, with a rate of fire limit of 30 rounds per second. If your gun's over that, you're not going to be able to use it. If it's under, then everything is good and we'll be safe. We do allow the use of fake or plastic knives. No real knives in the arena at all. So with these knives, if you go to get a knife kill, we're not going to jab it into someone, we're not going to slash them. In the middle of a game, you can tag somebody, tell them they're out. So we do allow the melee weapons. So that covers the use of rubber knives. Next thing we're going to go over is eye protection and face protection. We have a rule that your face has to be covered completely. There's several different ways to do that. One is goggles, but you can't just have the goggles. So with the help of Christy here, we're going to show you the approved ways to protect your face and your teeth. First thing, we do allow mesh eyewear, but it has to be a combination. There's multiple mesh lower face masks. So Christy will put that on. And now she puts on her goggles. Notice her lower face and her eyes are perfectly covered. This is how you have to go into the arena. Face protection will stay on the entire time you're in the arena. Do not take it off when someone says the game is over. Why? Because somebody is always going to pull the trigger. That's what you need to remember. You've got to protect your face, especially your eyes. Do not point lasers in anyone's eyes. Do not point it in their face. We allow the use of both green and red lasers. Do not point it at anyone's face. Any type of full face mask will be accepted, and some even do you aesthetic benefit, like this one. Much better. All right, we have a few main safety rules that you're going to hear from the referees when the games start. One, we have a 10-foot bang out rule. That means that if you're within 10 feet, you will not shoot the person that you're aiming at. If you even think you're 10 feet, just be kind and don't shoot. Yell bang bang, they'll call their hit, and this is what that'll look like.
When you're hit, hold your weapon up so everyone knows you're out.
Say you're hit and walk back to wherever the referee designated that spot to be. If you cheat and you don't call your hits, they're going to light you up. At some point, you will call your hit. We're not going to use foul language. We're not going to scream at people. You can run around and have fun, but we're not going to call people names. While you're playing and while you're shooting, you will not touch another player. There will be no physical contact. When you're playing on the outdoor portion of the field, you will not fire directly at the netting or the referee tower. If you're caught doing so, there will be no refund and you will be asked to leave.
Thunder bees are allowed at this field, but smoke grenades are not allowed inside.
Not listening to any of our referees or violating any of one of our very important safety rules will result in your rental gun being taken and you will leave without refund. If you brought your own gear, well, you can take that with you, but you're still leaving without a refund. Every player has to have the electronic waiver completed. If you're under 18, your parent is the only one that can do your waiver. No other parent can do the waiver except yours.
Combat City is not a daycare. We close at a specific time. Please make sure parents are here.
All right, now we're going to show you where to get your rental equipment, and let's get in the game.